Jamie here, Transgender Twin Flame. I'm in Jackson, Michigan. I did just get 850 views on one of my videos. I'm just so happy. And 2 subscribers, which is a big deal to me. Thank you again. I just thought I'd go ahead and tell you what I've been going through today. Because, I live in a town that is like, it's got to be one of the darkest places in the world in my imagination. I know there's some horrible things go on, and I've been places, I lived in Jamaica for 30 years, and it was rough sometimes, but I still met some really good people. But here in Jackson, man, these people are privileged, and they're just slaves, man, to this mentality. I just went in to get a coconut water, right? And I'm thirsty, riding my bike 4 miles with laundry and all that shit on it. I walk in and grab a coconut water, so this guy opens another aisle, right, and he tells this lady to come over there. Well, she got hung up, there was people in her way, so I just scooted up there and put my drink up, right? He's like, oh, I was going to help this lady once, first. I already had my payment out. It's a dollar store, right? It's $1. I just walked out, and a guy almost ran over me. He was setting, on the way home. He was setting, going to turn, and I came up the sidewalk from the other direction. But if I was even walking, he almost ran over me literally, and I could not move. I had the laundry in my hands on the bicycle, and I was yelling, no, 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 fuck. And I guess he wasn't going to go, or my angel saved me, or whatever, man, but it scared me, But these people, I was thinking, man, these people are just plain fucking zombies in this town, man. And, I go downtown, and I have literally sat downtown on a weekend day and looked up and down the street and seen literally 12 people walking with their phones like this. And I mean couples. People that you would think would normally be talking to each other like this on their phones, man. I mean, they didn't even see what was going on around. That's the way they were walking. And there was a couple of people who walked and didn't have their phones out, and they were talking. And I thought, man, is this for real? And, I went to the homeless shelter. I've been to the churches here. I've been robbed by the police. They're trying to put me in jail for defending myself from being robbed. My dog's stolen. And I was fucking pissed, man. Who needs this shit, And I calmed down now. I realized, I'll tell y'all now, I was given access to eternal life. And I can tell you right now, we don't have to die. And, I was an alcoholic for 40 years. I was a drug addict. I used to shoot dope. Heroin, coke, all that stuff. And, God saved me from that. I had to ask Him to help me. But, so I know the reality is I was like these people, I was like them to a large extent. Really a crummy type individual. But I always thought, I even said to myself, well, I always had in my mind that if people had helped me, I would have done it. But see, now people did try to help me, and I didn't recognize them for who they were either. Rasta's in Jamaica who showed me the right path. And AA's good for helping stop drinking, but man, them people are dysfunctional as fucking new. Especially when they make it into a long arm of the law, where you got to sign up just to complete your court stuff. And I can tell you now today, I don't have any herb, and I've been smoking cigarettes, and it's just making me feel fucking shitty, man. But and I've been hungry, and I'm getting I don't know, man. I mean, I got food. It ain't like I don't have food, but it's just one of those days, man. I know how this works. We get all these fucking energies. We feel stuck and shit. That's not really the case. We're not stuck, but it feels like it because it's oppressive. I remember when I vibrated into the fifth dimension and I came back down after a couple of months. I felt like I was walking in quicksand, literally. And I got all this karmic bullshit to work off and all this stuff my higher self manifested so I would learn these lessons. Anyway, I was thinking, a lot of these people are going to die, man. I cussed them out. To myself. I didn't go cuss anybody, but I thought, now used to be I'd have gone looking for a fight. I'd have gone looking for somebody to fuck with me just so I could fucking, raise hell. Either knock them down or get my ass beat or whatever, stupid shit. Because obviously you go looking for trouble, you're going to find it. That's one thing I know. But even if I think about people fucking with me, they tend to. Because I'm manifesting, according to what I'm thinking. And anyway, I love you guys. I was thinking again, I'd just like to get out of this town, man. Maybe that would be a good idea. I know my mission is to, liberate sentient beings. And I know what's going on. Alright, even this guy was talking all about Sigmund Freud. Now, I happen to be born on the same day as Sigmund Freud and Bach. I am a natural-born musician. I studied Freud and Carl Jung. Now, I'm a youngist, you would say. I believe in the peak experience, the golden flower, etc., etc. But this guy was going into collective consciousness and all this. And I affirmed it for him. I said, man, you're exactly correct. I corrected him on one thing where he was talking about how God programmed us, and I said it's not God that programmed us. He gave us the gift of freedom of choice so we can make our own decisions, and that there are negative beings just like in ourselves. And that's one thing the insectoids taught me, is because I got this impression, oh well, insects are cold, and humans can be pretty fucking cold too. I know I was cold. I thank God I never had to kill anybody or never killed anybody in this lifetime, but I know in other lifetimes I did. Anyway, this is what we do as on the twin flame journey, and we process this and release it. I was sitting here talking back and forth with my guide. And when I was even thinking, I thought, now this guy who was talking today, I thought, now he is probably as close to the truth as anyone I've spoken to in Jackson, because most people here could not even conceptualize collective conscious. I do not believe. I really don't believe that. And gosh, I deal with these people, man, and then I have to look at them like, what in the fuck? Like, I know it's partially my ego's getting hit here because I don't have any approval, that codependency idea of approval for my actions and shit. Oh boy, what a fucking day. Anyway, it's hotter than fuck. I'm out here by my storage area now. But what I was thinking about this guy is, I thought, if I was talking to him, I could say something like, if you ever woke up to the reality of what he was talking about, I mean, the concepts that can be put into words. What I was thinking is, I would have considered this guy a genius before I woke up. Just because he would have been the only person I probably talked to in years that even has a clue, what the frig is going on. And I thought, but compared to what I've realized, he looks like a fucking kindergartner. And I guess that's just, I guess I should be happy that I've changed that much, in a year's time or less. But it's like, it's disheartening. That's the only thing I can say. It's disheartening. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to process it. I'm waiting to be dismissed on this case. Because I don't see how these guys can continue with this, but maybe they're going to try to continue. Who knows? What I'm trying to manifest by freedom, which is how I see myself as free and Sephora. And what I tell myself too, someone who's been given everything, it's just not right for me to get frustrated or angry at them. Oh, and my guide's telling me, yeah, I gotta think of them as my children, and they are children. We were all children before we woke up. We're all children after we wake up. Yes, because when you wake up, you see what's all wrong with you, what you've been doing, everything fucked up, your addictions, your codependency, your reliance on money for your opinion of yourself, reliance on the idea that you work, the idea that you identify with your abilities and things. And I'm talking about myself when I say you. But having access to eternal life now, I have to, I want to keep in mind, I don't like to say have to, I want to keep in mind that, I have everything and they have nothing. I have eternal life. They're going to probably die. I have perfect health. Most people I see do not have perfect health. Most people I see don't have a clue about processing emotions. They do it. We're alchemists. That's what we are, human beings. But people are getting it. People are getting it. I do see it. I do see that some people are getting it. I just didn't know enough people, I guess, to see any change in anybody. I had already lost anything called a friend. In fact, I can just say right now, I've never had a friend, ever. Some people manifested unconditional love towards me. And I guess I should consider them friends. But on a level of being able to communicate with them, no. Because I wasn't on their level. And I couldn't see them for who they were. So all this is good, I'm understanding, I'm processing. I've been through this many times, especially in jail. The idea that I just get sick of people. Sick of them. Well, that's what I was before, sick of myself. So it's something in me too. I'm seeing that, this idea of wanting to lash out. I think that's what it is. Just wanting to lash out from pain. Because I've been frustrated, I'm hot, I don't have any money. The guy gave me $1 today. It's the first dollar I've had in 5 or 6 days. I'm not going to spend it. $1 doesn't buy anything. But, then to go over there and walk out without my drink, I was just like, fuck this shit, man, this fucking place. But, that's the energies today. Feeling a little down. Feel like I could cry. Usually you see me crying, I'm crying from joy, but today I'm feeling a little down. And that's unusual for me. So whenever I have any issue going on with me, I go within. And I told that fella today, I said, look here, man, go within. I said, once you access the Akashic record, you won't want to know everything. You won't shit. And he said, well, how could anybody process that? I said, you can't. You can't process the knowledge of the universe, but it's there once you awaken the way I have anyway, and do more work. I have this ability to go into the Akashic record. And now when I'm there, it's like what I used to think of as thinking, now I'm like channeling up a level, I guess. It's like a doorway in my mind, and I see myself in rows of books. And I told the guy, I said, I just do things on a need-to-know basis because I don't even try to process all that's there. That's why I say ask me questions or something, because I won't even try to look at all the information that's there. Same with YouTube when it comes to twin flame readings or certain. I try to stick to what I'm guided to or what really resonates with me. My guide told me to mention that whenever one's feeling anxiety, go within. Because anxiety is your body's trigger to show you that you're going in a direction that's not going to benefit your highest good. And I have that with a lot with the lawsuits that are going on around here, because lots of people are doing screwed up things, raping the homeless, literally raping them, sex trafficking, women being trafficked, women disappearing, drugs being sold inside the homeless shelter by the staff. The head of the homeless shelter at Interfaith Jackson Shelter, I heard, is on speed and trying to get guys where they can't get in the shelter just to fuck them or make them watch them jack off, like this Epstein bullshit. And I told him, I said, man, if I got involved in lawsuits, I would be fighting lawsuits till the day I die, because that's how much is going on around me here. The corruption. I've called the mayor, emailed the mayor, even went to the town council and spoke in public record. And they took my number and everything. It looks good on camera, right? Not even a fuck callback. Not even a fucking callback. I go to the Pride Center. These guys are lost in space. Now they put somebody in there, secretary. I don't even want to talk to him, so I probably won't even go back down there. And they put their resources into having parades and shit. Yes, the guy's a positive guy, but, the same way they're unawakened. They're living in a dream world. They're living in this idea that, they don't have the power to do things. They're living in this idea of litigation or knocking somebody out from what they're doing. These people that are doing these things, man, I just want to fall on their own swords. I want to go my direction. What I see is creative, solving the homeless problems, solving everything that's going on here. I have the solutions for those things. But you see these unawakened people, man, they look at someone homeless and they equate homelessness first off with hunger. And then they think, oh God, what if I was hungry? Most of them got bellies way the fuck out here, especially the ones that work in the homeless shelter. They're like hogs. Literally, one of them is like a hog. He just lays there and sweats in front of the fan. And I heard his whole pantry at home's full of food from the fucking shelter. They don't even go to the thing. And he uses the people's information that he gets in the shelter to discriminate against them in his slumlord buildings, where he doesn't even give the people fucking receipts, which is illegal here. Had somebody, because he banned me from the property over knowing that I was in the homeless shelter. And here now, some asshole that's staying over there told me to move along. I turned, and then they yelled something to me, right? So I turned around and went back down there. I said, hey man, this is a public sidewalk, sir. And he said some more shit to me. I just yelled at him, don't harass me no more, motherfucker. He started on me again. I started yelling, don't harass. He started telling me, don't harass me. I gave him a fucking earful. Let me tell you, most people fuck with me around here. They don't fuck with me again. Well, I've been told this week not to take any shit off anybody. And you see, if I even see the shit coming out of their ass, I light into them. I turn around and come back and light into their fucking ass. Yep. I don't suggest you do that as a habit, but I know I'm protected, and I know I'm manifesting unconditional love, and I know I hit these guys up. That is showing them, putting them in their place where they belong, just like I'm in my place where I belong. Hopefully I can put myself in my place without somebody having to, get all up on me. I can tell you straight up, I seldom have to say the word I'm sorry anymore, because I don't do anything to have to apologize over. That used to be one of my favorite words. But yeah, integrity, honesty, things like that, those are high concepts for these people in Jackson. Too high. They'd rather smoke crack than hear about that shit, I think. Well, yeah, that's what we're dealing with. That's why we want to manifest a new world. Because you see, now we created this world, and I was a big part of it. So, that's why I got this job, I guess. Because I've been here so daggone long. Anyway, I didn't mean to ramble on, and just let you guys know I love you very much. I'm going to work on myself today. Namaste, blessed.